How can one born in the pit of life's struggles see past their own existence? When you have naught but a brass penny to your name, what truth can you know save hunger or the desire to survive? Power breeds malfeasance. Your kings and queens squander lives like pawns on a chessboard. It is no wonder the darkness fills your heart so. Soon nothing will exist without the taint spreading like a wildfire. Most that can see it ignore it. They shut it in a box in the mind. But no box is closed forever. The mantle has fallen to me to right the world's wrongs. No other will combat it. No other will see it done. The pyramid of society must be rebuilt, brick by brick, stone by stone. But first, we must knock it all down. I'm sorry for what is to come, but before rebirth, there must be death.
It's not a simple thing to be a knight, especially a wandering one. People see an armored man and go running, terrified of them. I aim to change that. And now others follow me. There have been many good people done wrong along the way. Many things I wish I could have changed. Situations I wish I could have confronted differently. But I've met some good people. I've helped some better ones. I wonder if I will make a great leader. I wonder if I will lead this company to greatness, or if I will fail. If I will toss those dreams into the mud. But I can't worry about that now. There is only to live in the now, live in the moment, and do what we can to make the world a better place.
And here I am, following Sir Carthus. My, how the fates moves around like pawns. It was not long ago that I finally bought enough gold and goods, not only for myself to settle my personal debts, but enough to secure my family's future, to bring new wealth to our holdings, only to have it be lost at sea during a journey home. And if that wasn't bad enough, getting stranded on an island infested with merman worshippers with a young lass, the foul beast trying to use her to provide new offspring, while escaping the island proved easy enough. I had a long road ahead of me to recoup what I lost. Figured a local temple would provide some means for me to start. As it turns out, I could not have been more wrong. I wonder anyone buys into the idea of worship. It seems no different than the game of politics people play. Both are liable to get you killed. But all was not lost. New acquaintances bring new paths to follow. One of them, I hope, will be fruitful. Sir Carthus must have traveled to areas that will need help. If I know at least one thing about this journey, is that the places in need of help also provide good trade opportunities, or at the very least a distraction from watching over my shoulder after I fail to show up to pay off my debts.
Alright, this is episode 9, I want to say, of season 2 of No Peace Until Death. We are back to our group of the Order of the Black Knight in Verdun. Where last time they had taken a job to rescue a noble who was supposedly imprisoned, perhaps, in his own keep by a cousin, sent by Lady Ophelia Renee. Sir Carthus and his band of do-gooders have come and entered the castle after not much really resistance. They were pretty much let in, and inside they have been welcomed by a lone figure in the foyer. Let me switch the scene. As you stand there before the late middle-aged man, he stands there with a well-to-do attire, silken clothes and a high-collared shirt, his hair brushed back out of his face and draping onto his back. He has a hookish nose and a thin smile. He smiles as you stand there before him. Welcome. Travelers on the road, I greet you in my home.
Yes. Travelers, hoping to strike some trade.
Yes, what was it you were attempting to sell? If you don't remember what it was, you can make it
I
up,
do
'cause
not.
I do not either, so.
I recall. So we were trying to... I believe we were trying to sort out, as if we were having a food shortage. From wherever you're saying you're from, I believe it was Skellige. So I think you were trying to move with that angle and see what you could offer in return.
I gotcha.
So
Makes sense.
you're trying to get food from him, is that correct?
Because I think when we asked about what this region was producing primarily,
Okay. Yeah.
it was grain, foodstuffs, things like that.
Yep.
And maybe he could work an angle of food shortage somewhere in Skellige.
Okay.
It's coming back to me a little bit here. So Grimmeth would look at him and, well, food, of course. Always in demand. Skellige can't get enough. Even more than what comes from the sea at times.
Well, I do have a grain store, and the wheat is plentiful here. I suppose I could sell you some.
That'd be music to my ears, and of course, both our pockets always.
Wonderful. Well, we can't talk business sitting here in my foyer. I will show you to your rooms if you would happen to stay for the night, and perhaps tomorrow we could discuss these business dealings in more detail.
Yes, the road is a long one. We could use a rest. Be nice to be under some sturdy roofs as he looks up.
Yes, this is an old keep, but quite sturdy, certainly. Let me show you to your room, as I said. You can freshen up, and I will have dinner arranged within the hour.
Music to my ear. And I'll kind of look over at Sir Carthus and Lundry.
I believe I did give you my name. I'm sorry if I missed yours, sir.
Well, not the Lord yet, but my parents are. But you could call me Grimrulf.
Grimwolf and your compatriots.
This here is Sir Carthus, this young page Endry.
Wonderful. And these two fellows? I'm guessing they're no need to mention their names. Aye, so let us adjourn to your room. Come. And he turns and he begins walking up the stairs, which heads away from the main room into a circular staircase that heads up into the tower. He leaves you three behind some ways, giving you a quick chance to speak to each other if you so wished.
Endry looks to the two. She kind of looks around the area. After dinner and everything, and we head to bed, should we try to get a better look around the area?
Yes, and also see if we can find the Lord. I imagine if he's still here, he may very well be in the dungeons.
Aye, If he's still alive.
I could try and, I don't know, sneak down there after.
Yes, but you should take care and not go alone. Perhaps John can go with you.
Of course, of course.
John nods. You look around and it might at this point you don't see any stairs down, but you haven't really fully explored this at all, this place, so.
Yeah, Carthus would look to Grimwolf. You should see about getting a tour of the facilities, perhaps. Maybe that could give us better ideas of where the dungeons are, though I wouldn't ask him directly. It would be suspicious.
Oh. I imagine that there's a roundabout way. After all, this place does look magnificent.
You hear from the first story on the stairs. Are you coming?
Yes. Miss excuse our lollygagging. It's quite a magnificent place you have.
Oh, some places. Come.
You don't mind me asking, how old is this?
Oh, this keep is at least several hundred years old. I believe 564 years old, if I am remembering correctly.
Oh, wow. Is it all original, or was it built out over time?
It was certainly built out over time. He smiles slightly. There are some places in the keep that are not kept in such good repair as this room. Your bedroom will be quite sufficient, however. It is a welcoming spot for any visitors I might have. Come. And he walks and leads you down a hall if you follow him, and brings you to a room. Looks rather like this. He steps over by the bed, and there's a fireplace there with not lit just yet. Bearskin rug, a table, candles. You do notice that there are some spider webs on the ceiling and that sort of thing, but he says, unfortunately, there's only one bed here, but there are other rooms in this hallway that are similar, that I believe can provide comfort for all of you.
Well, this would most definitely do, I would think. If you got the room, I'm sure the men would appreciate a little comfort besides from sleeping on the floor next to me on the bed.
Wonderful. Well, I will leave you to freshen up. There's water basin over there. I will have... would you like me to send up some hors d'oeuvres?
Yes, and some wine if you got it.
Oh, but of course. I would say he looks out the windows. The moon is rising ever so slightly. In an hour, you will see the moon pass these clouds here. Come down then, and we will have a full meal.
Yeah, it'd be good to have some good cooked food in my belly. If that's, we'll be down there in due haste when when the moon goes above those clouds.
Wonderful. He gives a curtsy and departs.
Really? He seems quite gracious, at least. Maybe it's an improvement.
Yeah, maybe he's putting on his best face when he has guests.
This is true. You may have something he wants. After all, you've not really discussed too many particulars yet, so he has no reason not to be gracious.
This is true. Seems almost sincere a little bit to me, but who knows?
So we perhaps partake in hors d'oeuvres and then we get more information about our surroundings.
Yes. I do suppose that somewhere along the line there would be someone watching us. Nobody puts people in their homes without someone to keep an eye on things.
This is true.
Grimlock will walk over to the fire. Well, do hope it's not a trip. We'll be able to get out just as easy as getting in, I assume.
There's a knock on the door.
Enter.
No one enters.
Endry will go to the door. Kind of look to the other two for the a go ahead.
And Karthus rests his hand on the pommel of his blade and then nods to Endry.
Endry opens the door and looks up at the person.
There's no person there. However, on the ground is a silver plate filled with food, and next to it a pitcher of wine with various goblets sitting next to it.
Endry will stoop down, pick up the tray, bringing it over to the little table in the middle of the room on the bearskin, and putting it down. I guess these are the hors d'oeuvres then.
Yeah, there's cheeses, breads, apples, that sort of thing. Pretty standard fare for what Sir Karthus would know is a lord's meal, something like that.
I don't suppose anybody wants to take a first bite and see if it's poison.
Karthus will go on and take a bite of some of the meats and cheeses.
Yeah, you eat them. They all taste perfectly fine. Doesn't seem to be any hint of deception. After a few minutes, you don't go keeling over from poison or anything like that.
It all seems to be fine, but be careful not to eat too many rich foods. It does tend to spoil the palate.
Grimlock will go over and grab an apple. Anybody care for some wine?
Hargan, that's my second favorite word.
Grimlock will pour a couple glasses. Well, I do hope you don't suppose I'm going to serve you. He'll grab his own glass.
He grabs the glass and fills it up and takes a drink. 1 cup of wine helps my reflexes.
Yes, it does lubricate the joints, it seems.
Especially in my advanced age, sir.
I couldn't tell by your popping every morning.
Just looks sidelong at you.
Endry walks up and grabs some of the meats and cheeses and looks up to Sir Car. Does wine actually do that?
In a sense, Endry, but perhaps you should wait a little bit longer before you try it yourself.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Begging your pardon, my lord, but how old are you, boy?
Endry kind of rubs the back of his head. I think I'm 12.
Oh, that's a perfect time for a quick drink, don't you think?
Not before he's about to go slinking around the halls.
I suppose that's true. Never was much of a slinker myself. He just shrugs and takes a huge drink himself.
Andri watches him as he drinks and looks a little bit sidelong to the wine, but shakes his head. Gets it out instead, deciding to eat a good, decent portion of meats and cheeses.
You're eating, and you're probably in here an hour, talking amongst yourselves. And Grimwolf, you kind of look outside and you see that what you think that he was posturing about the time for the moon set above the clouds is right about then, you're thinking.
Well, lads, I do think that it's... No, fold it up in there. You do it. I do think it's time to adjourn to dinner.
Amazing.
Trying to give my dog her medicine.
Alright, so you head downstairs then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You head down the stairs and come to the foyer, and you see a light in the room next door, and you kind of crane your head in, and it's all natural kind of moonlight catching these stained glass windows in the back. Otherwise it's very dark. There is a couple candlesticks in the back of the room, and you see Lord Tygus sitting at the head of this table. The room is in bad disrepair as displayed, although the plates and stuff aren't broken, but the table is full of food. You see there's a large turkey and other meats and, more cheeses and other dishes of delicacies that maybe you've never even seen before, particularly Endry. He's, welcome! He stands up and waves a hand. Sorry about the state of this room. As I said, it is not one that we keep up. But, well, it would fit us all, and I think it's fitting to see just how little funds I have here. This deal will mean a lot to me, sir.
Well, hopefully to both of us. Grain is something that's in demand at the moment.
Wonderful. Well, seat yourselves and let us have a feast.
And Grimwolf will take a seat close to him.
And Andrew takes a seat by Sir Carthus. He kind of waits, just staring at the food, almost kind of salivating, just seeing so much.
Boy, don't wait. Dig in. Don't want it to get cold. He lifts a goblet of red wine to his lips and takes a drink.
If no one goes to stop Andrew, he's going to dive right into the food.
Yeah, Carthus will partake lightly, eating into the foods and preferring to be a bit more reserved in his eating.
Yeah. Lord Tygus says, well, Grimwolf, tell me, how much will you pay for 100 bushels? If that is how much you need, you tell me how much you need, I suppose, first.
Well, I suppose 100 bushels would be a start. And he starts looking.
Why don't you give me a business roll?
Mm.
I think that is a skill.
Business time.
It sure is. It's under
Look.
intelligence. Yeah, you can come up with some reasonable number that wouldn't be weird.
Well, as many times as I dealt with bushels of wheat, 2 cents a bushel sounds correct. Uh, I could. So, what is a reasonable price?
I don't know. Just make something up.
100 bushels would be the start. Suppose we could probably. Oh, what do you say? 25 gold a bushel?
Oh, that is most generous. Most generous. I think we can agree to that.
I do believe that we're also going to be hoping that in exchange we got salted fish and all sorts of the likes from the sea that maybe we can throw into some markets around here.
Well, of course. Unfortunately, the peasants here don't have much taste for such things, but you can bring it here.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice if they not just having green, I suppose. Maybe one or two, maybe a couple of them will start to buy it, and next thing you know, by word of mouth, they will want more crab and more oysters.
Ah, yes, yes. Well, that does sound quite good. Well, I must say that I unfortunately have already eaten tonight, and he realized that his plate is empty, except his goblet of wine. Well, I think I will be turning in. You may feel free to have as much food as you wish, but please, I would like you to stay the night if that is all possible, so we can finalize our deal. I will have the papers worked up, and my lawyer will do so and bring them sometime tomorrow.
That sounds like a good plan. I don't suppose that you'd mind if I do a little nighttime walking after my meal. Helps with the digestion.
Oh, I'm sorry. There is much of the castle that is quite dangerous, unfortunately, because of this disrepair in places. If you must, I would have you keep to the dining area, the foyer, or the stairs in your room. I have heard that walking up and down stairs is wonderful exercise.
Yes, it bounces around the insides, I've heard as well.
Well, I will leave you to your meal then. Thank you. And he stands up, bringing his goblet with him, and just gives you. He just smiles. As he smiles, you see the wine stains his lips red as he passes you.
I do hope you have a wonderful night.
You as well, sir. Gives a slight bow.
Well, and Grimmuff kind of looks around as he throws some food into his mouth. Quite peculiar a little bit.
Andrew kind of looks up to Grimwolf, and his mouth is just stuffed full of food, and all he does is just nod.
Sir Carthus, have you been feeding the young Andrew?
He gets his rations like all the rest. He's a part of the company after all.
Kind of smiles. Yeah. He's a grown boy, I guess.
Yeah, John's like, this is the best meal I've had in quite a while. I say we eat until our bellies are fat. Who knows when we'll get to eat like this again?
A bit of moderation, dear John. Again, there are things to do after this.
Are we staying?
But-
Sleeping?
I would suggest we talk more about this in our rooms.
Oh, can we take this to go then?
Certainly.
John begins just piling food onto his plate.
Yeah. Looks like he want to go hungry for the night.
Andrew looks to John as he does that, and he does similar on his own copy.
Alright, you heading back up to your rooms?
Yeah, I guess as everybody gathers their food or whatever. As they're heading back, Wilmoth would walk next to Sir Carthus. Well, in my time, along some of the keeps and stuff and skillage, there's one thing I do know, is that most walls have some type of ears.
Well, we unfortunately didn't have much of an idea of what kind of plans we could even make before we got in. So, making them now is about the only option we have.
Well, maybe we just better be careful in our rooms. I imagine that there's all sorts of nooks and crannies behind those walls.
We'll do a quick look around before we decide what we're doing. In the room, I mean.
Oh, I understood. I understood fully. Maybe some raps on the wall stones to see if there's any hollow spot.
Carthus nods. And when they get back to the room, he will check around it to see if there appears to be anything that.
Yeah, you check the room. There doesn't appear to be anything amiss. Floorboards all seem solid. There's nothing. You're pretty sure there's no secret peek holes or listening device. Yeah, you look under the bed. Everything looks kosher. No bed bugs.
So Carthus looks to the others. So just to clarify a contract, it was to we're meant to try to secure this keep in some way, or to get him back. I'm just trying to remember.
To get him back, I think, was the primary.
Okay.
The primary thing, and if he wasn't there, to secure the keep.
Okay. Yeah. So Carthus, he looks at everybody, and the goal of our contract is to get the Lord away from here safely, so that he can request aid or what have you. If he's not here to be found, we try to take the keep. So first we must see if the rightful Lord, is still here. And if he is, we can sequester him away, flee the keep before dawn. Try to return him to his wife, her ladyship. If he is not here, and as unsavory as it sounds, we take the current Lord hostage.
There's quite a few men. I do hope that we get to do this discreetly.
So where should we start looking?
Well, instead of just sending you and John off, I think we all move together. I imagine if anyone's caught out, there'd be consequences. It's better that those who catch us do not report our findings. I'd prefer not to kill the men of this castle if I can help it, but if they give us no other choice, you may have to.
Yes, well, the more that we can surprise and render unconscious, the better at the very least. Don't need any screaming going on.
Indeed. And some men may still be loyal to the original lord of this place. I am loath to take the life of a man who is otherwise honorable but must simply make ends meet.
Well, let's see how they react when they see us scuttling about.
I'm open to other opinions, but I think the best option we have now is to try to find the dungeons, determine if that lord is still here, and if he is not, then we take the current acting one, the tyrant, and we force him to tell us where he is, or if he still lives.
That is probably one of the better options. If not the only thing I could think of is try to surprise him when we're filling out the contracts. Chances are he may not be alone.
Andrew, He's nodding along and he kind of thinks for a moment next to Sir Carter. How long ago did the lady say that her husband was taken hostage?
If you guys don't remember, she said something like 3 years.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was about 3 years.
Andre kind of nods. Oh, okay. And I thought it was something. Never mind. He just shakes his head. I think we should move together, though. I agree. Sir Carthus.
It's been 3 years is a long time, especially if he's been ill-treated.
Well, I expect his existence might be necessary for some communications if he's held this keep for that long. Noble prisoners are often treated better than unfortunately, it's often treated better than ones of lower birth.
Yes, but noble ones that are finding a claim to a lordship, it's easier to make them disappear. But he looks around the room. I suppose we have enough chit-chat. Maybe we ought to start doing our scuttling.
Then let's go for a walk, Lord Grimwolf.
Yes, some vigorous exercise for that digestion. And he'll put his glass down.
Yeah, you head back out into the hallway. Head back down the stairs. I would like, well, the first thing you notice is you don't see anybody about. You don't see guards. You kind of just notice that inside, even from the first time you got here during the night, there were no guards outside either. They had all left. You don't see anybody inside. And I would like you to each roll me a d10. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I guess we'd keep our eyes open, see if there's any stairways or...
Yeah. Anything hidden.
Yes.
Strange that there's no one in here.
Most keeps would still be a bustle of activity even at night, guard patrols or servants. It is strange there are none.
He did say he was poor.
Did the food seem poor to anyone else?
No.
Yeah, I guess it really depends on how the food was acquired. It ain't much to steal it from those who can't fight.
But you still must pay the ones who do fight.
Yes, this is true, and they seem to often... When we seen the one or two that we seen, a little bit to me, I don't know if anybody else got that weird feeling.
The one who spoke for them was monstrous of a man. It's strange. I got a strange sensation looking at him. Concern.
Yeah, maybe it's the fact that he could cleave through us.
Yeah.
Let's continue looking for a stairway down or perhaps someplace sequestered of dungeons. Every keep has them.
Yeah, and Carthus, you head to where you kind of think where the opposite stairwell would be kind of on the other side of these massive pillars and wall, and you go down this hallway and you're walking. It's kind of strange how the layout of the keep is, particularly on this floor. You turn left down another hallway, and then right again, and then left, and then you end up back here in this room, which you're tracing your steps and it doesn't go in a circle, so you're not sure how that happened.
And Carthus looks at where they came from, looks back at the room, and is trying to piece it together. doesn't make any sense.
You must be going in a circle. That's the only way this could happen.
No, there's the turns that we've made, the moves. We should be somewhere else.
Well, did anybody see any other hallways?
No.
Did I? So what do you suppose, Sir Carthus?
I can't speak for it, but that was unnatural. He looks around. Maybe we ought to go to him directly. And just take the hostage-taking route, though I'm loath to say it. Something is wrong with this place.
Maybe we should keep looking.
A different direction, perhaps?
Yeah.
Worst case, we could try to see if there's something matter with the food where we ate at the hall.
Yeah, you can easily peek into the dining room, and it's just as you left it. The food is still there. What you didn't take, your goblets. No, the plates haven't been cleared.
Did he exit the same way that we ultimately did, or he go?
Yes,
a
no, there's a
different way?
one-way in or out.
I guess we just go a different direction than where I would think would go downstairs.
Yeah.
Because it's...
Go ahead, give me an awareness roll, everyone.
That's int, right?
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
Grimwolf was hyper aware.
Yeah, so Grimwolf, I'm gonna whisper you something. So you
Grimwolf.
go ahead.
Oh, I said his Grimwolf senses are tingling.
Yeah. You go a different direction, and it's much the same. You head down hallways, you turn right, you turn right, you turn left, you turn right, you turn left, and it just keeps going, and eventually you find yourself back in this room. But Grimwolf, you notice something.
Well, gentlemen, I don't know if anybody else has noticed. We not only ended up back in the same room, he kind of looks around. Can anybody tell me how to get out of here to go to the outside? Because I seem to can't find a way. Okay, looks where the door should be.
Yeah, there's just a big tapestry there.
Endry kind of goes to the tapestry and peeks behind it.
Yeah, as you peek behind it, it just looks like stone.
He kind of frowns. What is the tapestry of?
It's of a red background, and then on the front is a bat.
Heraldry?
Yeah, go ahead.
I forget his heraldry, or would it be education, right?
Either one, yeah. Yeah, education would be fine.
15.
Yay, I mean, you don't... That's not ringing a bell to you. Nothing you've ever heard of, and you... I think you passed a heraldry before, and,
Yeah.
you know, you have studied in your, as a young man wanting to be a knight and fantasizing and all that stuff. A lot of the noble houses of this area, and this is not one that you've ever heard of.
Andrew takes a few steps back and rubbing his chin, looking at the tapestry, looks at it. Not sure what the significance of this is. It's not in any of the textbooks that Pickle Branch gave me.
Hargan says, yeah, Maybe we should get some sleep. I'm feeling quite tired. And you kind of all realize that you're getting kind of tired. It is late.
I don't know.
Does that not defeat our whole purpose for coming?
Yeah.
I mean, there is the morning.
But there's also windows. But I don't think we want to leave the keep. This is peculiar, but maybe there was something in the food.
Maybe.
To all affect us in the same way. All of us to have the same, if this is hallucination, the same exact one.
Maybe there's something kind of points. Maybe there's something in the dining room. Like a door or something. Maybe a door to like a pantry or where they make the food.
There's only one way in and out of the dining room entry.
Well, there might be a secret passage, as you said.
And the purpose of it being secret is that it'll be hard to find.
It's a keep from a crazy codger. A secret passage, yeah. Probably.
Well, as he said, the original keep has been added on to, so Lord knows how many different little nooks, crannies don't match up. And even if there is a secret passageway, it could lead a couple dead ends.
But the main door to the keep should still be here, regardless of how many renovations are made. Nothing's been made over the last few hours.
Okay. Now that's starting to make a little sense now, but I can explain it. Can you?
I haven't encountered anything like it, but this place has an unnatural feel to it. Doors don't just disappear. Something is off, but I don't know what.
Can you guys
Maybe.
give me either an endurance or courage roll?
Oh boy.
It's about to be fun.
I gotta see what's better.
I'd expect courage for Indri. I could be wrong.
Courage.
Oh my god!
Courage, and what was the other one?
Endurance.
I'm a courageous boy. So much courage.
I think courage is under.
Courage is under willpower.
Yeah. Endurance is body, I think.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
then-
both the same.
Don't fuck up.
Yeah, Hargan's. My lord, I must retire. I'm sorry. I feel like that I've done a march over leagues and leagues.
Probably the wine.
Maybe, perhaps.
I can agree. Perhaps we should wait till morning. At least then we can have some daylight and maybe some answers.
Andrew looks to Sir Carthus.
I'm too tired.
Back to the room then. And Carthus looks bothered by the circumstances, but if half of his group is falling asleep on their feet, it doesn't do him any good.
That's the best idea I've heard yet.
Yeah, Hargan he doesn't even say anything. He just goes into one of the rooms, closes the door, and thumps on the bed.
Yeah, Grimwolf will make his way. The room he was in. Well, if you'll excuse me, I could barely keep my eyes open.
Carthus is actually going to try to stand at a vigil, as awful as that seems, because something is very wrong. No one really seemed all that tired after dinner to him, and then as they're looking around, all of a sudden, something's putting him off. The disappearance of the door, the rest of it. He's going to try to actually stay awake for a while.
Andre is going to stay up as well with Sir Carthus.
Yes, Grimwolf is gonna go lay down in the bed.
John goes to sleep as well. Or actually, he actually will stay out with you guys. It's like, oh, I'm tired from a full belly, but can stay out with you.
If you wish, I don't want all my concerns to keep everyone from sleep if they wish it.
What's a little sleep on a nice bed? Who wants that, huh?
Yeah, you don't want to get used to it.
Of course not. Of course not. And, he stands outside with you. Why don't you each give me an awareness roll?
Dun dun dun.
Good luck, Andrew.
I am aware.
Hold on one second. Yeah, you are standing outside the rooms, and it's getting late. John Yards, and you hear ding ding. You're not sure exactly what it was. Ender, you heard it. It might be like a door opening and shutting somewhere.
Andre looks, trying to pinpoint where the sound came from, like turning his head left and looks up to Sir Carthus. I think someone's awake. I heard a door.
Was it one of ours?
That's the only doors that you know of that are around here.
Yeah, Carthus looks around, see if he can figure out, because he knows it's only Hargan and Grimwolf asleep. So he's trying to see if he can remember their rooms, if any of them have gotten up, or what's happening.
The doors are both shut.
Andre's gonna pop his head inside each of their rooms just to see.
Carthus will stand behind him as he does.
You look in and you see Grimwolf on the bed, and he looks like he's having some sort of dream or something. He's just kind of convulsing a bit.
Andre, I'm seeing that. Does it look concerning?
You're not sure. Carthus, you're looking over his shoulder. It could be any number of kind of dreams. If you know what I mean.
Have I ever seen him do this before?
No.
And Carthus will, maybe against his better judgment, enter the room, and he'll look around, but he'll move at pace to Grimwolf to see what the hell's going on.
Why don't you give me an awareness roll?
Ooh.
Yeah, you look over him and he suddenly kind of rolls over to his side. You hear him say something under his breath about money, more money. And You don't really see anything out of the ordinary, other than him having a strange dream.
Yeah. He'll do a quick check on Hargan to see if he sees something similar.
Yeah, when you check on the Hargan, he's just snoring, laying in bed.
Yeah, so he's kind of... and he closes the door. That was bizarre, but it appears only Grimwolf was the one who was having that strange fit.
Strange.
So are you gonna stay up the rest of the night?
Karthus will look around. I think we ought to get at least a little sleep, but perhaps sleep with one eye open, or with something in front of your doors.
Dree nods. All right. He's been trying to stay awake most of the time, but finally hearing that they can sleep, you see he kind of slumps his shoulders a bit. I'm gonna go and sleep, Sir Karthus.
He nods. You as well, John. Try to have a good rest if you can.
Oh, yes, sir. He goes into the room.
Karthus, when he goes into his room, he will take an end table or something and push it in front of his door.
Yep. For those that stood watch, the day comes pretty quickly. The sun through the windows, waking you up. Grimwolf, you awaken and the sun hits your face and you squint badly as it bothers your eyes. You feel exhausted, worse than you did yesterday, like you didn't sleep at all. You feel there's a strange sensation on your neck.
Oh, that was a horrible night's sleep. I didn't get none of it. And he kind of starts scratching in his neck.
Yeah, as you do, there's like dried blood on your fingers.
What in the world? And he kind of sits up at that and slowly feels tired and looks around, squinting. They'd almost be in their beds. I wonder if they had a bad fit of a night as I did.
Yeah, when you come outside, Hargan's the first one into the hallway. Ha! Never had a better sleep in my life, Grimwolf. How about you?
I feel the wisp for wear.
Oh, you look it too. You're pale as a ghost.
Yeah, I do feel maybe I'm coming down with something. And he holds out his hand. I'm also bleeding from somewhere.
Got your neck shaven, looks like.
I wasn't shaving. I was in bed.
He just knocks on Sir Karthus's door. Sir!
Karthus gets up and hasn't donned his armor yet, and he answers. Is it morning already?
Yes. For a little while now, sir.
Grimwolf would lean on a wall.
Yeah, Karthus looks over at Grimwolf. That fit must have taken quite a bit out of you.
Alright, I didn't get no sleep. I feel a little tired. And he's like, and apparently I cut myself shaving, even though I wasn't shaving. I must have got up in the middle of the night.
Shaving? Karthus. Where?
I don't know, it's on my neck somewhere. It kind of hurts right over here and I kind of point. It's kind of itchy.
See.
Say it again.
What do I see?
On Grimwolf's neck. Yeah, it looks like a cut, or it's like, I don't know, it's weird to you. You don't see like an open wound, you see like a scar.
What is the scar? Is it just a straight cut?
Yeah, it looks kind of jagged. It's not like two puncture marks or anything like that. It's more like it could be a lot of things. It's definitely not like a blade.
Mm-hmm. Looking at like any type of straight razor I've ever seen, Grimwolf. Strange.
Well, is it still bleeding? I'd kind of like to address it if it is.
No, it doesn't even look that fresh.
Not that fresh. He holds out his hand. Obviously, it was fresh this morning.
I'm not certain what to tell you, Grimwolf. It's like a scar.
Kill you there.
I will don my armor and then we will, I suppose, see if the keep is as uninviting this morning as it was last night.
Well, let's hope not. I do feel that I may be coming down with something at the very least.
Yeah, you guys notice he is very pale.
Did you know that you were having an awful fit in your sleep? He kind of has the door open as he's just putting on his armor.
It feels like I would have an awful fit. It feels like I didn't sleep at all.
It looked rather violent. You were convulsing, talking about money. You remember your dreams at all?
Yeah, what do you remember?
Yeah, you remember them all very vividly.
Yes, I was dreaming of a good time and me in a castle with lots of gold to be able to do what I needed to do in life. Pay people to do what I don't want to do in life. You know, the normal.
Yes, very noble causes. Sir Carthus smiles and finishes putting on his gauntlets.
I'm only as noble as I can afford to be, Sir Carthus.
A fair point, I suppose. Has anyone woken the boy yet?
I don't believe yet. And he looks around, and John doesn't look up either. Hopefully they both had a better night's sleep tonight.
The three of us stayed up long after you and Hargan went to sleep, I'm afraid. I imagine that they're not going to be very happy about waking up.
Well, I mean, I could always go back to bed for a little while longer if need be.
No, I think that we have to press on. He exits the room and goes to Endry's door first and knocks. Endry, it's time to wake up, my squire.
Endry eventually makes his way to the door, rubbing his eyes at the palm of his hand. Yeah, Sir Curtis. It's morning already.
Unfortunately, it's about. He pats Endry on the head, and then he heads over to John's room. John, morning's come, as I'm sure you've seen.
Oh, yes, I'm up. I'm just getting ready. I'll be out in a moment. And the door opens a few seconds later, and he steps out. Filling up the pot over there. He zips up his pants.
Fair. Although I don't think I've seen a servant that will come collect it yet.
Oh, well, it should be around soon. It's the day, right?
Makes me wonder if the dining hall was even cleared yet.
I have a suspicion it will be.
Did you not see anybody clamor about while you were staying up?
A door did open in this hall, but you and Hargan were both asleep. Hargan more soundly than you.
Unless there was an echo going through.
No, it was certainly from this hall. But I checked your room. Other than you having your fit, I saw nothing.
That's very odd then. Are you sure nothing fell?
Certain. Andrew, it was quite clear, wasn't it? The clamor of a door.
Yeah, that's what I heard last night.
And when we checked the rooms, nothing. Not a soul. Other than who needed to be in them anyway.
Well, this is a place that has a disappearing main entrance. Nothing surprises me about this here.
Well, the sooner that we confront this lord, I think we lead in with some trade offers, as it said, and go from there.
Alright, get him comfortable. Make our move.
Nods. Perhaps to the dining hall, or see if there's another place that we can go to now.
Well, I wouldn't mind walking past the dining hall and see if it's magically cleared. And then maybe we could wander a little bit to see until somebody stops us.
Or maybe breakfast.
Yes, I am a little famished.
Yeah, you head down the hallway and down the stairs into the dining hall, and you notice that indeed it has been cleared, and now there is a new spread of food there, but no Lord Tygus. There is a parchment rolled up sitting on the table.
Well, another peculiar thing. Figured our gracious Lord would be here to meet us. He looks at the roll. Andrew, can you read yet?
Yeah, I can.
Will you read that to us? I feel like I need to eat.
Andrew kind of goes over. I'm assuming he can read.
Yeah, that's fine.
Basically.
Yeah, the Heralders, yeah, he can read.
Yeah.
Yeah, you open it and it says something to the effect of, pardon me for missing you this morning, but needed to go see my lawyer to draw the paperwork. I will be back tonight. Lord Tygus.
And Andrew finishes reading that and rolls it back up and places it back down on the table. Well, this is the perfect opportunity.
Grimloth is stuffing his face with whatever breakfast is there. Oh, great. Maybe it's all changed now.
Maybe. Andrew he starts looking around this room actually for any sort of secret exits or anything like that.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a D10. Let's see. Yeah, you don't see anything.
Yeah, Andrew looks for a bit. Eventually, kind of a bit frustrated. His eyebrows knitted and comes back and it's nothing.
Yeah. Maybe the main hall would be there would be a door there this time.
Could be.
Or the other hallways won't lead us into a circle, even though they shouldn't be a circle. Then again, I did just eat the food, so it might be poisoned.
Kind of worried about everyone outside too. I hope I don't know. Hope they're not too worried about us.
It'll be fine. We haven't set up any warning signal yet, so they shouldn't be too worried.
Andrew nods and he starts taking his portion of some of the breakfast.
Karthus is going to avoid eating this for now.
Yeah, Karthus doesn't eat. Everyone else appears to eat. Not as much as they did before. They're a bit unnerved, just as everyone else is. And what would you like to do after you finish your food or not eating?
Mm.
Look around the house.
Yeah, look
Yeah.
around the keep, so see if it's the same
Yep,
situation
go ahead
as
and give me
before.
a D10 roll, each of you.
Oh boy.
You can spend luck if you want to, so. And I'll let
One.
you have another roll if you want, and you can spend, because that was for one thing. And if you want to spend luck, I know it's not clear what you're rolling for, but it's a skill that I'm just not telling you what you're rolling.
I'll spend 4 luck.
Okay, just do a +4 to it.
Yeah. No.
Roll another 10. Roll another 10. So that is good. What's your willpower?
Oh, let's check. His willpower is 5.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna whisper something to you. So you're walking around again, and you are getting extremely frustrated. It appears the same thing. You do it like 3 or 4 times, looking for, anything that's different, and you just can't find it until Indri pauses and stops you.
Yeah, Andrew just stops dead in his tracks. And, Sir Garthus, Grimwolf. And he points down somewhere. I found them. Stairs.
And as he points at them, you didn't see it before, but as he points it out, you now see these stairs heading down.
Sir Carthus, since you didn't eat, are the stairs there, or are we all poisoned again?
I don't think it's the food. I see the stairs.
Excellent.
But that's perhaps not a good thing.
Well, we found them at least.
Yes, but were they there before you just saw them, Endry?
I don't know.
I don't remember seeing them.
Neither do I.
Yeah. Carthus is keeping his hand on his sword very closely, and let's proceed down them. But everyone should be ready. There's absolutely something wrong with this place.
And you notice the sun is beginning to sink on the horizon as you catch the view out the window as you begin to head down the stairs. Okay, give me a second. You walk down, and you notice what is basically what you would expect, a dungeon. It's really cold and dank. There is actually some torches lit, and you see that there's a stack of plates outside one of the cells, and it's not in that bad of disrepair, honestly.
Yeah, Carthus is looking around, and cells. Does anyone appear to be in these cells at all?
It's dark in the cells. You can't tell from this distance.
He's gonna take one of the torches and start checking through the cells. He's gonna gesture for the others to take torches as well.
Yeah. So the one that has the plates outside of it, you go up to it and you see a old man in the cell. He's looking at you. He's kind of got milky eyes. Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? What do you want from me?
Sorry, are you... What was this lord's name?
Rolf?
Are you Lord Rolf?
Rolf. Yes. I am Lord Rolf, yes.
Well, at least he's still alive.
Did she give us a description of how he looked?
I believe she
No.
she said something about her young husband.
And Sir Carthus he squints his eyes and forgive me for saying so, but if you're claiming to be Lord Rolf, I'm afraid that doesn't match what we were told by your wife.
My wife, Ophelia. He kind of limps over to the cell and puts his hands on the bars, and you just see his face is just as white as his hair. He has disgusting boils on his forehead and just where his flesh is like peeling away. His fingers, as they wrap across the door, he has no fingernails. They're all like fallen off. Oh, my wonderful bride. I know I've aged. How long has it been? What year is it? I don't know what it is off. You can just say something. It's fine.
It's 1468.
What? 1468? We were married 4 years ago.
Aye, now you see our problem.
Oh.
If you claim to be Lord Rolf, then what would leave you in such a state as this? I was told the Lord was a younger man.
Yes, I'm 34 years old. And 4 years have passed.
I mean you no offense, sir, but I could not believe that.
He kind of looks at his hands and, yeah, I don't understand. He just kind of crumples to the ground and, I feel like I am so tired.
What
Your
happened?
Oh, well, the boy, yes, what I remember is I was here and a distant cousin came to see me and I showed him all courtesies and and then I started having dreams. The best dreams I've ever had, and then suddenly I believe I signed some papers and then I was here. I don't remember rightly. Every day is like a dream.
The best dreams, you say?
Yes. My wife and, well, her sisters, to be truthful.
Grimloff is kind of gonna get a little wide-eyed. You know, that dream I had was it's one of the best dreams I've ever had.
Carthus looks at Grimwolf and... Had you ever heard of this cousin from the family, or did he simply show up on your doorstep? Was there anything to prove that the two of you were related?
No, nothing, but this is a big word, and I simply invited him in to have sup with me, and then I don't know what happened after that. That's the last thing I remember besides signing papers. I don't even remember what I did.
Papers.
Yes, he brought me some papers to sign, a business deal, he said, and I signed them, and then I would wake up here every day, and then at night there was some food, and then I had a dream. Wonderful dreams. And it repeated over and over and over. I have seen no man, no woman, in all this time until you have come.
Might you, and though this is a strange request, show me your neck?
Oh, very well. He pulls back his white hair on both sides. You see on both sides they're just masked with scars.
And Carthus kind of reels back and actually puts a hand to his mouth and Looks at Grimwolf and
What is it?
thank you. You may.
My wife sent you. You're going to let me out, right?
Yes. Yes, we are, but... Was there anything else that you know of this cousin? Anything at all he told you?
I don't remember. I'm sorry. Just that he was my distant cousin and came to pay respects. I invited him inside, and he came inside, and we had dinner. It was strange. He did not eat, though. He said he had already eaten. I don't know. It's all very confusing. I'm sorry.
It's quite all right. Any other prisoners here you're aware of?
No. I have seen no one.
Andrew, or Grimwolf, whichever of you have the skill, please let this man out if you can.
You notice that there's no lock.
So is the door just open, or
If
is
you
it just...
pulled on it, you're pretty sure it would open. You might have to give it a tug, but
Grimwolf would give it a tug.
yeah, it just kind of like and just opens like nobody's opened it, right? So it's kind of stuck in place, but there's nothing actually physically keeping him in there.
Well, that's very peculiar. What's a dungeon with no lock?
Oh, it's locked, I assured you. I tried to get out many times.
And that's, again, it's not natural to him. So Karthus is looking around. I suppose we should try to leave now.
At the very least, maybe we should send a signal out just in case we can't find the front door again. This fucking place.
What? What do you mean? Take me to my wife. I want to embrace her again. Make sweet love to her.
Let us see what getting you away from this place, then.
We can try the windows.
I would not ask this man to make a climb. Let's see if we can send the signal, and the others might find the front door. Perhaps whatever strange mysticism is affecting this place won't affect those from without.
What about the guards?
Do you not believe that our men are capable enough of overwhelming a few guards, Endry?
Endry kind of frowns a bit, but then he just shakes his head. No, Sir Karthus. I think they'll do fine.
I must rely on them if we cannot find the exit ourselves.
Well, as long as that monster of a beast of a knight out there is not standing guard, this should be easy work.
Well, let us see about finding the door on our own first.
Yeah, you head back up and you get back up to the landing. You notice that it is nightfall now. Just barely, from what you can tell. You just see the sun like dip over the horizon, and you hear someone from the you're not sure what it is, some rustling around in the dining hall.
Well, as they're walking up, is the front door there? Is it
No,
still...
there you don't see it.
Well, it might not be now. Might be the time. Find whoever is rustling around in that kitchen and or in the dining hall and take some prisoners.
You actually hear... Oh, I hear you. Oh, where have you been? Come, come. I have the documents to sign, sir. Oh, no.
Grimwolf is...
The old man says. It's my cousin.
We will deal with him presently. You'll have your keep back soon enough.
Grimwolf would feel his little hidden spot where his dagger's at. Alright. What do you think the plan should be?
Argon, keep the old lord close. The rest of us will go in.
Argon nods silently.
Let's go then.
Alrighty. As you come into the room, Lord Rain, Tygus Rain, that is sitting at the head of the table with some documents. Oh, yes. Welcome. Welcome back. There's more food on the table. It says, well, what shall it be then? Shall we eat? Shall we sign first? He doesn't even make any note of the old man, really.
Sign, eat. I guess it really doesn't matter if you're not the lord of this castle. If it's a castle, if it's a keep, there's no doors to get out. Always don't lead in circles, but do lead in circles.
Oh, yes, my father always said this keep was difficult to navigate. I'm sorry. That's why I asked you to stay to the dining areas, the foyer, and your bedrooms.
It is not a matter of difficulty. At least, not in design. And Sir Carthus steps forward. The truth I'll give to you, sir. We were contracted by the lady of this keep to save her husband from a usurper, which would be you. We intend, unfortunately, to take you hostage, though you will be treated with all due accord. Which we will have this place returned to its rightful owner.
Oh, I am afraid I am the rightful owner. You see, Lord Rolf, he signed it over to me many years ago. 4 years, in fact. I can show you the documentation that proves that I am, indeed, the rightful heir. I wonder, did Lady Ophelia not petition the king, and the king denied her request? I have that documented too, if you wish to see it, sir.
And what documentation gives you the right to abuse the one who bestowed this keep upon you, even if that documentation does exist?
Oh, I think that's just a spot of fun.
Oh, I see. So there is no legal right you have to keep this man prisoner and do whatever vicious thing this is to his neck repeatedly over and over again for the past 4 years?
You may take Lord Rolf if you wish.
I would raise questions of the veracity of those documents if this is how you would treat the one who signed them. I would call into question the mental state of Lord Rolf at the time, perhaps. A reasonable request to review if he was capable of signing such things. Perhaps your lawyer would speak of it.
Oh, my lord.
Yes, it does look like he was tortured.
Hey, is there a law against torture?
Well,
Are you
not
a
if we have the signed
justicar
document.
of Verdun to pass judgment upon me? You are in my home. I have given you the old man if you wish to take him. Although I wish you would stay a bit longer.
As I said, we're here to return to its rightful owner. Documents or not. Something is amiss here, and you are the cause of it. And we will have the truth, or otherwise.
I have not lied to you once. Have I? He signed the document, the keep over to me, because it is truly mine. And, yes, he has stayed here. He's alive. So what will you do? Are you going to assault me in my own home?
No, merely take you hostage until Lady Ophelia can seek a proper audience with the king and have this resolved.
No, you will not take me hostage, sir. I'm sorry. You may leave now with the old man if you wish. But if you try to take me hostage, I will defend myself.
You are one man against 5. What exactly do you think you are going to do, my lord, no matter how skilled you may be?
Oh, you only have 5. I don't think that will go very well for you then. He smiles.
Grimwolf look at Andrew. Andrew, do you mind going to the window on the hallway and signaling the men to assault the castle?
Do you have an army?
We have many things.
Well then, that's unfortunate. You, sir, you are a delicacy. I have not tasted Skelligan blood in some time. I wished you would stay. Perhaps I will let you survive. And then, you will take the old man's place. He doesn't have very much more to drink of. Ah, nobility. Ha ha ha. My favorite vintage.
Grimwolf scratches his neck. How in the world would you drink in my blood?
Oh,
What manner of monster are you?
he just smiles and he says, I do not know what they call them. And you just see him just suddenly change in appearance to this monster standing there. He says, it's kind of strange the way he's speaking. I believe you call it some call it a katakan, but I am more than that. I am a vampire, a higher vampire. And you have come into my home. You can do an education roll to see what you kind of know.
Jack and shit.
I don't have any monster lore, but
You can do education, yeah. There's a superstition. Yeah, Endry. Let me, I'll send you it. And Grimwolf knows too. Silver.
Start throwing them.
Silver.
Throw those silver coins at him.
Yeah, this high-speed silver coinage coming at you, just handful. Take it and leave me be.
Let's see.
Anybody got a coin for a witcher?
toss it.
So, the tales of vampires while traveling around the continent. Legends say a vampire can turn into a bat or a wolf or the like, can fly without wings, heal any wounds, and claw right through steel. You hear catacans like to seduce pretty women with their shape-shifting abilities and drink their blood. Sounds like a whole mess of trouble. Let's see. If you gotta keep a head cut of garlic, a holy symbol, and that might help you kill it. That's just some rumors you've heard about vampires.
Endry just kind of stares at this thing and looks to Sir Carthus. We should run!
Hold on.
And Carthus, this is the first real monster that he's encountered in probably his whole life, maybe other than like maybe minor creatures.
Flesh golem.
So he's woo.
Yeah.
But he is scared, and Andrew would see him shaking in his armor a bit. But Carthus is going to draw his sword.
Okay, so let's take 5 while I set this up.
Oh no, you.
We're fucked.
We're super fucked. This isn't gonna be good.
No.
You just wanted to snack on Grimwolf.
Yeah, just take Grimwolf. We'll go.
No,
Bye.
no. We don't let monsters have their way, man. Or monster pretending to be man.
I'm a 12-year-old boy.
I say one of them I could have saved because he had a heart of gold. The other one I can't save this man. He is a beast.
One had a full of branches.
Oh fuck. That's pretty close.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I give you as much space.
Oh, we're so close. Oh, we're so close.
This door would be open.
20 feet away.
It's gonna be
Oh, we lost Sim.
all over Andrew.
Sim couldn't handle it.
Nice.
Failed his
I
panic
don't
roll.
want to die. This is open.
Don't want it.
Failed his panic.
I'm gonna turn this off because it's probably.
Yeah. Run away.
Okay, I'm back with a miss.
Nothing.
We died.
What is this? What is it? It keeps floating. Whoa, it's wild.
Those flames, man.
I'm on the hot spot.
Stop. Stop. Alright. Go ahead and roll initiative. You guys can control the Hargan and John, I think. Whoever wants to, I'll give them access to. I think Ghost already has. But I'll give it to each of you. No, you all have them, I think.
Oh, John.
Yeah, you all can control them. So if you want to roll initiative for them, you can.
I'd say just keep the clutter, have him act on whoever wants to control his
That's
turn.
fine too. We can do that. All right then. Let's sort it. You're up, Sir Carthus.
Yeah, so Sir Carthus draws his blade and looks to Grimwolf. He's, again, very obvious. Sir Carthus is scared. Grimwolf, take the boy, the others, and the old man and go. It's the last order I give. And he will move forward. And I think I can make a run, right, for 10 feet.
That's times 3, whatever your speed is, I believe.
I'm just going to start running towards him. And all the while yelling for us to flee! Rest of you flee! And he just pushes through, knocking through chairs and running towards Tychus like a fool. I got nothing else to do. I can't get him.
Okay. Let's see. Speed is 8. He actually moves away from you, Sir Carthus, going for he's going for Grimwolf. It's pretty obvious. And he is charging, so he's going to charge against John with his claws. Moves very fast. Yeah. So not great. You in a dodge with him, Matt?
Yes.
If he has luck, spend it.
I didn't.
I don't know if he does. Oh god.
That's a miss.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it just comes around the corner and swings. How does it look as as John somehow evades this?
I think John expects it, seeing Sir Carthus, and he's prepared to run with the rest. And then all of a sudden, Lord Tygus is just on him, and almost out of reflex, he just ducks behind a chair, and the thing gets just cleaved in half as he just crouches quickly behind it.
All right, Grimwolf, you're up.
All right. Seeing John is getting engaged with Lord Tygus and he ran away from Sir Carthus. Wanting to make a path for Ends to start to flee, Grimwolf's gonna step in. I guess he'd have to go over the table.
You can wedge yourself in there.
Alright, he's gonna go in. You heard, Sir Carthus, Andre. Run. The rest of us will follow. And I don't know how much.
You can attack from there. Oh, are you where are you stepping?
He's moving in. He's moving in to engage.
Okay.
Tygus.
Yeah, you can move in there.
Alright. So I get attack as well.
Yep.
The stupid pointing my connection has been with the thing up there.
And just
use
notice
no
you
plus.
have 10 stamina instead of 20 because of getting your blood sucked the night before. You drained 10 stamina
Yes.
from you.
Getting sucked does it all the time to me.
Yeah, just do combat menu and then... You there, Sim?
Sim.
Uh-oh.
I turned the animations
We
off.
lost him.
There we go. 16. Alright, so he's
Oh god.
gonna dodge. Let's see.
Ooh.
What?
Wow.
What happened? I lost voice chat.
Yeah, well, you rolled a
Might have hit him.
16 and he fumbled.
16.
So
So if he fumbles more than a 1,
yep.
oh my goodness.
So that's a 9 versus a 16. That's a critical. Hold on, let me get the critical thing out.
Move.
What a time to be alive.
Not to be.
All right, go ahead and
Yeah, these are
okay.
fast.
So the first thing, let's do the damage first. So, hold on. So 7's a difficult critical. That was where did he hit him, by the way?
Leg.
Right arm, right limb.
Okay,
Yeah.
doesn't matter then. Okay.
Oh yeah, limb. Oops.
So, difficult. Yeah. So he takes 3 damage from that immediately. I don't think your base damage is going to do anything because 3 halved is 1. So round down. If we do 1 and then I guess he doesn't have armor, and then halved again. I give you 1 damage for that. That's fine. Okay, so now go ahead and roll on that. Do a critical and do a difficult critical, or no difficult. Hold on, whichever the worst one is. Simple critical.
Simple critical.
Okay, so he takes -2 speed. -2. -2 athletics and dodge. Okay, let me put that down there. Oh, whoops.
I hit his arm so hard that his leg hurt.
So describe as you cut his leg. We'll just say it's his leg, because I know it's ridiculous, but
As Grimwolf comes in, he's being, not necessarily toe-to-toe. Goes in hoping to hit a critical spots on the leg as he skims by him. Kind of moves by, not wanting to engage head on.
yep. And then you get to roll again because that's a fast attack. So attack again. Roll 16. He will try to dodge again.
He gets a -2 to that.
So that one just barely missed. Yeah, all that's worked in. I worked it into his skill. Now you can spend stamina to attack again if you want. This one he just kind of steps aside really quickly, moving very, very fast.
How much damage does it cost attack again?
3.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Alright.
So you'll attack twice. Just doing one at a time. Okay, that one's a miss. Go ahead and try again.
It seems like my luck is slowly running out there.
He's pretty good at dodging.
Gotta get a 10. Now,
Shit.
if this hits him, it'll be... Oh, no, it's a leg. Okay, another dodge coming. Yeah, you're just stabbing with your stiletto. It is just like, it's moving out of the way. It leans one way, leans the other way. Who's got Hargan? You got him, Karthus? Or, well, he hasn't went yet, so maybe Grimwolf, what would he do?
What would Hargus do?
Yeah,
Hargan. Yeah.
That would be a good question. What would he? Would he be brave? Would he flee?
No, I mean he could be. He can be brave. I mean he was told what to do. He probably tends to follow orders. I don't know. You guys decide. You can do it as a committee. It's fine.
Roll his courage. if he feels like he wants to fight today.
Do that.
Because I did just tell everyone to get the fuck out, and Grimwolf's not very good at listening. Yeah, no, he's gone.
Gotcha.
I think, in my opinion. I'm down for committee though.
I think he would leave. Tell Andre to come.
Yeah.
Leave with the old man.
Come on, boy! And he begins to move out.
I don't know how far you can move.
Back and forth.
We both
He's not sure about the way out.
Where's the door? Where's the door? Can't find it. Okay, right there's fine. Andrew, you're up.
I mean, that is a good point. There is no door, front door.
Let's hope that the boy who found the stairs can find it.
Be the boy who lived. Yeah.
No pressure or anything.
You only have to roll a 10 on your resist magic. No, just go ahead.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah. Endry looks back to Sir Karthus, very worried expression, and he runs quickly out the door, following the instruction.
Okay.
There. And I guess John. He has only skills in the bow, so he's going to attempt to shoot.
There's no attack of opportunity if you want to move back and then shoot or whatever.
Oh yeah, he'll take steps back and shoot.
Now, you will be at like point blank range, which is good.
It's archery. Then.
Yeah, archery. He should have a bow macro.
I don't think he does. He just says hashtag.
Archery. Oh, archery.
Yeah,
Archery's
hashtag
fine.
archery.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hashtag
Yeah,
archery.
And you get a +5 to this roll.
Oh, I don't know if I.
That's
did
okay.
It, but
We can
who
just
knows?
add it on to the end.
Additional mods.
5.
Yes.
That's a good roll.
Damn, son. Where'd you find this?
Salute, lad.
It's
Got
a
him.
hit. What did you roll? You rolled a 26. Not quite
26.
a critical. So 8 damage to the torso. So that's 4 damage. Yeah, it hits the thing directly in the chest, but John is a little surprised. Anything else he would shoot like that would be badly injured, but it kind of like brushes it off. Karthus, you're up.
Am I able to continue running around these chairs? What would the roll be to try to
Give me an
go
athletics
across the
and beat a
table?
14.
Oh fuck. Oh
Isn't
fuck.
that the? I think that's the base thing. Let's see.
It probably is. I'm shit. So
Skill
I'm probably just
resolution.
gonna
You could
take
do-
the run.
You could use. Oh no. Well, I'll make it easy. 10. You also have luck too if you want to use it.
Alright, I spend that beforehand, right?
Yes. So you got to beat a 10.
Let me see. What's my athletics is Dex 6. I'll add 2 luck.
Okay.
Fuck off.
Yeah, you got to go around.
All right, full run again.
Oh, you rolled a 1.
Yep. So he'll move around the table 15. There you go.
Okay.
Am I able to spend extra actions to attack?
Not if
or
you
stand
run.
at the
Run's a
second
full
one?
action,
Okay.
so.
There you go.
What you guys are horrified to see is when the arrow like kind of pushes out of its chest and falls on the ground, and many of its wounds that it's sustained heal, and he heals 5 hit points. And he is going to try to bite Grimwolf.
God.
Let's do this dance.
16. 33 damage.
Oh my god!
And you immediately bleed if he hits you. So you can use luck.
Use it.
I shall use luck. How much luck can I throw
How much
behind
luck do you
this?
have?
Oh,
You can do it all if you want.
I have 4. I will use 4.
Okay, so when it says additional modifier, put a 4 in there. Did you put a 4 in
And I
there?
am fucked.
Oh no.
Yes.
Alright, so where did he hit you?
He bit my damn
Right
arm.
Hit your arm. So it's halved.
Okay, so first is armor. What armor do you have on your arm? Let's see.
I'm gonna have to try to find.
8. So subtract 8, so that's 25. Halved is 12. Okay, so you take 12 damage. You're down to 8. Not a critical. You're bleeding. Yeah, you see as this thing like quickly bites out and Grimwolf puts up his arm and he just rips a huge hunk off of the arm. Just you can see bone just peeking through. What's your reaction?
Oh, goody.
As you're and you're bleeding, and you start taking bleeding damage now. I'll have it start next time.
How much bleeding damage?
I think
happens?
3.
That get me to the door only to find out that the stupid flag's there. Die anyways. After getting bit, Grimwolf backs up like with horror, and searing pain going through his arm. Luckily, it was his left arm, or was it his right? It was his right arm.
Say left is fine.
All right. Yeah. He. I don't know. I'm gonna roll courage. I want to see if if he turns around or if he gets mad.
Sure, that's fine.
I'm gonna leave that one to a coin toss. Yeah, he gone. He's gonna flee unless it invokes an attack and opportunity.
No.
In that case, he'll stay and fight.
You could actually attack and then run too if you wanted. That's possible.
That's what he'll do. All right.
So you get 2
He'll
fast
stick and move.
attacks.
That looks
Man.
like it didn't go so well.
Yeah, Grimwolf is sad. Fumble, go ahead and
Oh fuck.
Bloody
roll
hell.
and see how far down it is.
Oh my god.
Should have just ran. Which one is it?
It says just roll a d10. It's the easiest.
Done. All right.
Okay. So click on that GM thing. Click fumble, and reflex attacking. Or is it? It's. I think it's reflex. Yeah. Okay. So you miss. You can attack again.
Do I want to?
Well, it's a part of the
Yeah.
fast attack. I mean, yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah.
$21.
Not a fumble this time.
Definitely not. Let's see.
Yeah, only 5 damage.
Jesus, Grimwolf. Oh!
Well,
Oh!
A 9.
9.
All right, so that's a 12 difference. It's a complex, so he takes 5 damage immediately. Okay, so how much damage? You did 5 damage. That's going to be halved once, so I'll take 2 for that. So it's down to 30. Okay, go ahead and roll me a complex critical off that GM token.
did I hear you correctly when you say he's down to 30?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Ruptured spleen.
What the?
So describe how you stab him in the stomach and burst one of his
So as the bite happens and Grimwolf sticks up his arm and he feels the searing pain, out of reflex he just starts stabbing away. And he's not even paying attention if it hits it or not. He's just swinging in what should be the creature's torso, and he pulls it back and he sees blood on his blade. So he realizes he made a good strike.
All right. Would you like to spend stamina to attack again, or would you like to use your speed? Yeah, actually, you could attack. You could use stamina to attack again, then use run if you wanted.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's might as well.
Absolute madman.
He's gonna die anyways. Might as well go down with a little fight, right?
Mhm.
You're very tired now. Down to 4 stamina. You just need him to fumble every time. Works great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As it turns out, you don't need to be good, they just need to suck.
There you go. Let me make sure Ruptured Spleen doesn't do anything more than just what's on that.
I mean, on his 5th turn, hopefully he's stunned. Everybody
Bleeding
can
and
run
stun
towards the
save seems pretty
Yeah.
good already.
Mhm.
So he makes a stun save every 5 rounds. Okay.
Yep.
You rolled a 20.
Yeah, it's not gonna do more damage unless it fumbles it.
That's a hit. It's gonna do a little damage. 3 right leg. That's 1 damage. Okay. Go ahead and try again.
Come on, Grimwolf, don't fail me now.
$14. 14.
Head though.
Yeah, if it gets through.
Ooh,
Goof it.
we'll see.
Oh!
Fumbled again.
Oh man.
God, Grimwolf, holy shit.
Oh!
It's a hit. Okay, so it's a normal hit. So he doesn't have armor. So
15 divided by 2.
That wouldn't be split. 'Cause
I
it's not,
think it's actually the other. I think it would be. So you did 5. So I think that would be divided then multiplied. So
Oh, so
so
9.
9. So that's a good one.
It's pretty good.
So describe that.
So as he pulls back and he sees the blade with blood on it, he almost feels like he wants to flee, but instead he might as well give it all I got, and he starts swinging fiercely into this creature's stomach again. But he gets his hand hit by the creature and it goes upwards
Yeah, it just goes
and hits it in the head.
as the stiletto pierces its jaw. Are you gonna move? You can move your speed if you want.
Alright, what's his speed? I gotta look at this.
His speed is 7.
Yes, he will at this point back off.
Indri and John. Where are you gonna move to, Grim? Do you want me to move him for you? or- There you go. Okay,
I mean, yeah, he'll move
that's
just.
fine.
John's gonna continue. I'll have Endry move.
Okay.
He's going to move 5 to be behind Hargan, but what's Hargan doing? But,
Oh, Hargan is moving
he's-
towards the door.
Before Endry gonna continues, he's going to fire back.
Do you have a longbow or something?
I have a short bow.
Oh,
But
you're
I
gonna
don't
be point
have it
point
listed.
blank.
Yeah, I don't have a
Combat menu.
I have a throwing knife
Combat
listed,
menu.
but I don't have a bow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
I have a throwing
Oh,
knife.
let me fix it real quick. Not because that shouldn't be the case. Yeah, you have a short bow. Let me see which one is just marked wrong, probably. Stiletto dagger, really? Just roll it from your sheet for now. Let's do archery.
Okay. Do I get any additional besides point blank?
You get +5 for point blank. That's it. Okay, dodge.
I think that factored in. Yeah.
He's actually there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, your all your combat menu is messed up. I'll have to fix that.
Okay.
Yeah, the arrow just deflects off the kind of the door frame there. Doesn't get through.
That's horrible.
Andrew's just kind of looking back and shooting almost wildly at it. Just hits off the door frame, and John, he'll take steps back as well, retreating. Let's see. Wait, what is John's speed anyway? I think it's 5. Five, yeah, perfect. I think we moved into the hall there. And take a shot at, I guess.
Okay. Random NPC gets the kill.
I'll take it.
Sweet.
Yes.
That's a
Oh
good
my
roll.
god.
That's a good roll.
Holy shit, John!
You know why we call him John the Hunter, right?
So that's a hit, not a
Crikey.
critical. Oh, it's a headshot too.
It is.
I'll take anything.
So so that's 12. How does that look as he shoots an arrow in his head?
Yeah, so John is backing up and I'm just saying, go, 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 as he winds up his own arrow, seeing Endries just clatter to the floor as it hits the ceiling. He shows the boy what for and fires into the creature's skull, kind of hitting it just in the side of the head.
Yeah, it has an arrow literally stuck in its face. All right, let me look at one thing here. Gotta stop playing Mr. Nice Guy, apparently. No, go ahead, Karthus, you're up.
You mean the chunk out of my arm?
What's
All
it,
right.
Animals?
I said the chunk out of his arm is Mr. Nice Guy.
Yes.
33 damage is
You didn't even get critical.
tame. It's tame. Calm down. Yeah, Karthus will, I'm just gonna start swinging.
Yeah.
Again, there's not as much skill as usual, perhaps, for Karthus, because, big difference between fighting a man and whatever the fuck this is, so, quick attacks so far, right now. Let's just start the swinging. He swings his cord.
Oh, does this guy have luck?
We're about to find out.
Nah, he does not. Dodge. That's a hit. That's
9
a
difference.
that's a difficult critical. Or no, that's a simple critical. Let's do damage first. Simple critical is 3 damage immediately. 5 damage. Then you want to roll your. Doesn't matter. He's already bleeding. So 22. Okay. So halved is 11. Halved is 5. How do you kill him?
Oh shit. Let me roll the
Yeah,
critical
sure,
to see what
sure,
it
yeah.
is. That you said simple.
It is simple,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Oh, wait, go on. So Karthus kind of comes up behind this thing, and there's nothing certainly noble about fighting something from behind, but he does not care. He swings his cord across the side, trying to hit the body as it's flailing around and trying to fight those in front of it, and he severs the leg at right above where I guess a kneecap might be on this miserable creature. It stumbles to the ground, and he will hack at it once it does until it stops moving.
Yeah, you cut its leg off and blood just spurts out, and you notice as the blood comes out, it just begins to wither, almost like a corpse as you're hacking into it, stabbing it, and finally no more blood leaks out.
And Karthus stands over the back of it, and he had been just kind of yelling the whole time, out of fear, out of anger, and when it finally just withers into a shriveled husk, he's just standing there breathing heavy. He looks and Did we do that?
I think you did, Sir Garthus. You killed it.
Good fucking riddance.
Yeah, your arm is in serious pain.
Try to stem that flow, Hendry, and help Grimwolf.
Yes, sir.
John's just like, oh my god, what was that thing?
What did he call himself?
Vampire
Catacan?
Lord. Yeah. And Andrew quickly tends to Grimwolf, kind of setting him down in the chair and getting any spare napkins or cloths or anything like that.
Yeah, you can rip cloth off the dead body if you want. He's still wearing clothing. Or you can grab a tapestry down too. There's many ways to wrap it.
Yeah, he'll do that. Wrapping him up tightly.
You hear Hargan yell in the next room, "The door's here again!" And you notice around you it seemed like everything kind of since you've been in here has seemed a little odd, right? A little just strange. The corners just, the rooms don't seem to go where they're supposed to, even if you're not following a hallway, just kind of weird. But everything now seems a lot more normal. Just a normal place.
No doubt the fallen beast was behind all that.
I think so.
Easy, Hendry.
Sorry, Grimwolf. I'll be more gentle.
Let's get the fuck out of this place. And he kind of pulls his coat back and rubs his brow, sweat, and from our education roles earlier for our superstition, anything about dead vampires that the rumors say what you should do, or they're just dead?
A lot of them say like stakes in the heart and stuff like that. They also say that burning them is a good thing.
I am definitely throwing this husk in this fire then.
Wait, before you do that, maybe you should remove its head. I'm sure there will be questions.
Yes, good point. And he takes his cord and lines up a strike.
Yeah, you're able to decapitate it and throw it in the fire there. You do notice that he has a something on his person, or next to him, where he was signing the papers. It's like kind of like a man purse type thing, satchel.
Carthus will take it, but evaluate it later. grabs the head and he looks a bit disgusted by it. Do we have a sack or something to put this in?
You would be able to have something like that, sure.
Just wrap it in his banner that he had.
Whatever works, and he wrap it. And let's be gone from this place.
I think Grimwolf, your arm will be stable enough.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you head outside.
you
The
in.
moon is high. You head down the path kind of haphazardly. You see no soldiers, nothing like that out there.
Carthus will check the man purse, the satchel, as they're exiting, heading towards where they were. They left the rest of the group.
Yeah, there's documents and stuff. You notice that there's actually a couple runes in there that could be fit in armor or weapons or sold. It'll take you some time to figure out exactly which ones, but
He intends to give it back to the lady and the Lord. Speaking of the Lord,
he's with you. He's 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 having some trouble keeping up, but
yeah, Carthus will escort him as best he can.
yeah, let me grab him.
To the others, we regroup and I think the night is still fairly young. We try to make some headway while we can, get back to the lady with all due haste for the Lord.
I don't know how much reward we're gonna get out of this.
I have questions myself, but what's done is done. We have
Yeah,
the proof, at least, that it was a monster.
And the keep is secure. What it was. So there's at least payment on that. I don't think she's gonna believe us about the young lord being. Well, how do you think he is now?
He is 34. He looks at prisoner, but my lord, I am certain you know more intimate details with your wife to convince her of who you are. You don't have to share, but perhaps things only the two of you would know.
Yes, I'm sure she'll know my face. I hope she does. Sir, let me ask you. Once my wife is delivered back here, I would like you to end my life. I cannot live this way.
Well,
Carthus. Oh, go ahead.
do you have any heirs that's gonna take over this castle when you die, or is it just gonna be like?
I was only with my wife a few weeks before I was taken. I have no heirs.
Perhaps you should find one first.
I'll take it into consideration.
My lord, I could not do such a thing. Request it. Taking a life. You still have more joys to be had, my lord. Though that man robbed you of many things.
When my wife sees me in this state, what joys will I have? She will feel pity. She may even feel love still, but my life is over.
Let her at least see you, my lord, and then make the decision. Do not act rashly. That's all I would caution. You seem a wise man. Take the time to think. Perhaps think of her, what she would wish.
Yes, I will see her once more. Although my eyes do not see well, her beauty will light them up from afar. I know it. Come, sir, help me.
And then you kind of walk and you see the rest waiting in the clearing. Inland rushes up. Endry! What happened?
Inland!
You were gone for so long.
I know it was. And he looks to Sir Carthus. It was amazing.
You should tell me all about it. And she wraps her arm around Endry's and pulls him along.
And Endry just starts going on and on, just talking at a very fast and constant pace about everything that happened. And was very much. And then Sir Carthus did this, and then we did this, and just very, very excitedly describing everything that happened, with mostly Sir Carthus at the center.
Sir Carthus will correct Endry and put more emphasis on the vital contributions and great valor from those that fought the beast, all involved.
Yeah. Sir Carthus also took his head. It was great.
Yeah, everyone looks down and they're like flabbergasted.
Killed a vampire. Even witchers died trying to do such tasks.
It was a greater vampire, not just a vampire.
We will have to tell the masses,
Fallenstein says.
to sing the praises of Sir Carthus and the Order of the Black Knights. This is something that we could use to bolster our
Will it
reputation.
grow this chunk of arm? Will it grow this chunk of arm back, or if it's forever gonna be gone?
Well, we will have to see. I will need to take a good look at it.
Besides, Grimwolf, it'll be quite the story if you tell it. I'm sure you'll be one of the few men who can say they've had that happen to them.
And lived.
And lived.
Aye, and I would rather not have it happen again.
And I would rather not face such a thing again.
So far, we've been through a lot. It's between the first time we met in the fire and now the next great battle and the beast that wants to eat people. I can't say that we have much luck.
Perhaps not, but at least we were able to achieve victory this day when all seemed lost. I was certain I would not leave that room alive.
Yeah, that goes double for me then. I got the feeling that creature would have followed me right to the wall.
Let's pack our things and be off while we can. Get a bit of headway for tomorrow.
Yes.
You head further away from the castle, and as you sleep at night, finally, Grimwolf, your dreams are troubled. You see Lord Tygus. He's leaning down upon you from above, kneeling over you, straddling you, biting your neck, covering his mouth and face with blood. You writhe in pain and pleasure as you suddenly wake in the middle of the night just before dawn. You see the sun in the distance and it hurts your eyes, and the screen fades to black. That's it for tonight.
And then he did this.
Fucking